Welcome everyone to today's video. Today we will be creating a traditional crane. So for today's activity, you will be needing some simple origami paper. If you do not have origami paper, there are some on-demand documents that will explain to you how to make origami paper. Now that you have your origami paper, you will begin by deciding which side you're going to be using. Oftentimes, origami paper will come in different colors on each side, but my origami paper is the same color on both sides. So we're going to start by placing our paper like this. And we are going to make I believe this is called a hot dog fold. So, like so. And we are going to unfold. So now we are going to create another fold, but it's going to be going vertically instead of horizontally. So you're going to take this edge and bring it over to the other side, like so. And it should look something like this. And you then are going to, again, unfold your previous step. So it should look something like this. So now that you are here, you're going to rotate your paper and you're going to flip it over. So both creases should be towards us or facing us. So now we are going to move on to the next step, which is going to be folding our, diamond shaped paper into a triangle. So you're going to bring this end over to meet this end up here. So you're going to do that. And make sure you are pressing down on your folds so you have very clean folds. So once you have completed this step, you can unfold the previous step. And it should look something like this. And you can see your creases are looking pretty sharp here. So now we are going to bring this corner over to hang out with this corner. So we're going to create a crease going right down the middle. So we're going to take our corner and bring it over this side. And again, make sure you're pressing down so you have very clean edges. And it should look something like this. Alrighty, so now that you have unfolded the previous step, you are going to flip it back over to the other side. And it should look something like this. So the next step, it's pretty simple. It might look complicated, but it's actually very, very simple. I like to press this down and then the corners pop up. But what you're going to do is you're going to bring these two corners to meet down here. So you're going to take this corner and these creases right here, they're going to meet. So like that. And then you're going to do the same thing. So this corner should meet down here. So like that. And then you're just going to pull down and make sure your corners are hanging out and having a good time together, like this. So once you have flattened the inner corners underneath this top section right here, this is your top layer or top section of your fold, you are going to end up with a square base. This is pretty common in origami, so it's a good base to learn because this is used a lot in origami. So now that you are here, we are going to continue on to the next steps. And again, if you are, having a bit of a difficult time, you can always pause the video and go back, or you can pause the video and catch up. So you can always do that. Now that we are here, things are going to get a little interesting. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold the bottom right corner towards the center right here. So this diagonal edge is going to meet the center crease. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring it over and line it up with that middle crease like so. And I like to press down very firmly here because these creases are very important for the next few steps we're going to be taking. So you are pretty much going to do the same thing to this side. So you're going to take this left diagonal edge and bring it over to this center crease. Like so. And again, press down very firmly. So once you are here, it kind of looks like a kite, to be honest. But once you are here, you are going to unfold the two previous steps. So you're just going to bring them back to where they came from, pretty much. That's all you got to do. Just bring them back. And you are going to fold this top point down. So it should be creating a crease right along here. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring this guy over and fold it down to create a strong crease like so. And I like to pick it up and squeeze pretty tightly here, just so we make a very strong crease because this crease is going to be very important. So once you have completed this step, guess what you're going to do? You're going to unfold the previous step. So there's a lot of folding and unfolding happening here, but that's okay. But once you're here, we are going to open up this top layer or this top top. So we're just going to bring it up like this. And what you're going to do here is you're going to push these creases in because you have the creases and you're just going to push them in like this and smooth them out like so. Make sure you're gentle here because sometimes we don't make the cleanest creases and we can end up ripping our origami paper, and that is not what we want. So make sure you are making very clean creases and you're being gentle with your paper because you don't want to start over again. So once you're here, what we are going to do now is we're going to repeat the next, the previous 4 steps on the other side. So you're going to flip it over and do the same steps. So you are going to bring this right edge over to this middle crease right here, line it up pretty neatly, and you are going to make a crease, and then you're going to repeat that same step over on this side. So you're going to bring this edge over to the middle crease like this. Make sure those creases are clean. Then once you have folded these edges over to the middle, you are going to unfold those 2 steps like this. And then once you have unfolded your previous steps, you're going to take this point or this corner of our fold and you're going to bring it down like so. And make sure you press hard here. You press down and make a very strong crease because, again, you don't want to make unclean creases because your origami is not going to look as clean. So you're going to unfold this flap and you are going to, again, open up this top layer like so. And you're pretty much just going to push these corners in again. Make sure that paper's not folding weirdly. So you're just going to push down, down, down. And now you have 2 sides that look exactly the same. Yay. Okay. If you have followed all the previous steps correctly, you should be here, which is called a bird base. So we are here with our bird base, and we are very close to finishing our cream, believe it or not. So the next step is going to be to fold the bottom left and right diagonal edges of the front layer with the central crease. You're pretty much left with 2 legs. So you're going to take, again, these corners and bring them over to that center crease. So you're going to take your left edge and bring it over and fold it like this. And you're going to repeat that same step on this side. So you're going to bring this guy over. Line it up really nice and clean. You're going to press down and fold it like this. So you should be left with something very similar or exactly like this. So now that we have completed this step, guess what? We are going to repeat these 2 steps on the other side. So you're going to flip your fold over and you're going to again bring the 2 edges, these 2 diagonal edges over to the middle. They're going to meet, they're going to hang out, and they're going to have a good time. So I'm going to take my left edge, bring it over, and fold and make very nice and clean creases like this. And again, you are going to repeat the same step on this side. So you want to go ahead and bring it to that middle crease. Hold down. Make a strong and clean crease. And you should be left with something like this. All right, this is where our origami gets a little bit interesting. So we are left here, and we have these 2 little legs, which one of them will be the tail and the other one will be the crane's head. So what we're going to do is we are going to take the bottom right point and we're going to fold up to make a crease towards the right. So you're just going to follow and fold towards the right like this. And make sure you press down here very firmly because we want to make a clean crease for the next step. So you should have something like this. It's a little bit interesting. But now what we are going to do is we are going to unfold this step like this. And we are going to inside reverse fold the crease we just made. So what that means is you're kind of going to open up these flaps and you're going to push this leg over and you are going to pinch and close it like so. It's a little hard because our paper has been folded quite a bit of times. So just make sure you go back and you line up your paper and you make your folds very, very clean so you don't struggle as much in this step. So we should be left with something like this. Once we have reverse folded, it should look something like this. And we are going to repeat the same step on the other side. So we're going to take this leg and we are going to fold up towards the left, press down, and we are going to unfold this step and open up this flap, push up into that reverse fold, and go back and clean it up a little bit, make sure it's lining up nice and pretty, and you should be left with something like this. And we're very close to being done. We're very, very close. So once you are here, you are going to pick which one of these ends is going to be the head and which one's going to be the tail. So I think this is going to be the head and this is going to be the tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold down like this and create a crease. And once I have created that crease, I am going to make another reverse fold here. And pinch. So once you have completed that step, it should look something like this. And you can see my reverse fold there. And we are very close to finishing. So the last step is going to be to fold down both wings. So we have our tail on this side and the head on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these flaps and bring it down and make a crease there. And there's one wing. And we're just going to repeat that same step over on this side. Fold down, make another crease, and kind of just move them around a little bit, fix them up how you'd want them to look. But you should be left with something similar to this. And now the crane that I had has a friend, and now I have two cranes. And now they are friends, and they're going to have a good time. If you have any further tutorials for origami, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye!